Hi, my name is Professor Vijaya Suvarna. I am the Director and Chief Process Architect for Liberation Coaches Private Limited. Liberation Coaches Private Limited is in the business of energizing, enabling and empowering people to live a liberated life. We are involved in OD interventions which include training, coaching and consulting, and we work pan-India and also in projects abroad. Coaching has always been understood by the business community or the organizational community as a tool that is used to bring out the best, the most creative aspects from a person's mind. Liberation Coaches understands coaching a little very differently. It understands coaching from the perspective of a sports coach. So when we speak about coaching, we speak about changing the habits of an individual. The business coaching model of Liberation Coaches is an all-encompassing model. It includes 6 different types of tools that makes a coach, a business coach and an entrepreneurial coach. As a matter of fact, a life coach. We believe that a coach is entrusted with the responsibility of not just probing the mind of an entrepreneur, but he or she is also required to give advice, give knowledge, teach, train, counsel and mentor a person so that the best from that person can be brought out. Now that is what most models of coaching in the world do not include. The Liberation Coaches coaching model very strongly believes that in order for a coaching project to be successful, there are 6 various areas that a person needs to be working under. The first one is increasing the knowledge of the business owner. Second is improving his skills. Third is building his attitude. Fourth is improving his habits and making it more robust. Fifth, the strategies that he works on in his business and his life. And finally, unleashing his creativity. In other words, the cash model of business coaching of Liberation Coaches encompasses knowledge, skills, attitude, habits, strategies and creativity. Now for that to happen, you can't just use probing as a single tool. Probing is the art of asking a question for an answer to be delivered by the person whom you're asking the question to. In many cases, business owners appoint a coach and they find that the coach is involved in only probing. Now, what happens is, in many cases, the business owner does not have the knowledge required for him to give the answer. Simple case in question or an example, assuming that a business owner has a question about finance. The classic or the contemporary model of coaching says that the coach is not allowed to give a response or give an answer. Now there is a confusion here because if I was a business owner and if I asked my coach what should be my ideal rate of investment or rate of interest or returns on investment, I expect the coach to give me an answer. But in the classic model, the coach would end up asking the question, what do you think should be the ROI? Now seriously, I don't know the answer, and that's exactly why I'm asking a coach. In most coaching projects, it is a failure because in many cases, the business owner wants an answer. His knowledge needs to be upgraded. So, when we speak about business coaching in the Liberation Coaches model, we say that knowledge has to be enhanced. The coach should be able to give an answer to the business owner so that the business owner's knowledge can be improved, and this is done through teaching. So teaching is one of the models that is primarily used in the Liberation Coaches model of coaching. The second one is training. Most business owners do not have the skill of maybe, let's say, interviewing, or they may not have the skill of people management or conflict resolution or so many people related activities or negotiation. So the second tool that Liberation Coaches uses is that of training to improve the skills of the business owner. The third one is attitude. In many cases, we find that business owners lack the drive, they lack the passion with which they had actually started the business. The daily work, the daily monotony of it brings down their motivation. So the business coach has to play the role of a counselor. He has to meet up with him regularly and motivate him and ensure that the drive and the passion is reinstated, reinforced and redefined. Now let's talk about the fourth activity that needs to be improved when a business coaching project is going on. Most business owners we find they lack in the habit of rigor, discipline. In many cases, they come to work very late. They would perhaps leave in half a day. They do not have the rigor of follow-up, monitoring, reviewing with their team. So all that leads to a lot of breakdown in the way they run their daily activities. Liberation Coaches believes in coaching. It's like a sports coach. So a sports coach ensures that he comes at 4 o'clock in the morning, kicks you awake, ensures that you run 10 rounds, do 50 crunches, do 50 push-ups. Now the coach is given the responsibility of ensuring that the lazy habits and the unwanted habits that you have is improved. That's exactly the role that the business coach of Liberation Coaches plays. He improves the habits of the business owners by using coaching as a model, which means that he will compel the business owner to improve his reviewing, his monitoring, his daily time management, his functional competence, so on and so forth. Let's talk about the fifth thing that the business owner looks forward to and which needs to be enhanced, and that is strategy. Knowing when to apply what, when to do what. It's not about the knowledge which you will have, I'm sure, which it is not about the skill which you already have. It's about knowing the right time to do something. Now, in order to improve the strategy of an organization through the business owner, the Liberation Coaches Empowerment Coach focuses on advising as a tool so that the right strategies can be implemented in the organization. And finally, the last thing that a business owner needs to constantly use is his creativity. Creativity is the X factor that occurs on a daily basis when a challenge or a puzzle is normally posed. Knowing that the business owner has many of the answers within him, the Liberation Coaches Empowerment Coach uses mentoring as a model. Mentoring would mean probing, asking a question. A simple case in question again here would be, I want to improve my sales and it is not doing too well. So the coach would typically ask, how do you think your sales can improve? Now this question compels the business owner to think, compels the business owner to introspect, retrospect, and come up with an answer that is truly true to his business and his outcomes. So the last tool that is used in the Liberation Coaches model of empowerment coaching is called mentoring, which is to do with the creativity part of it. So 6 tools, 6 outcomes. This is what Liberation Coaches empowerment model is all about. Most business owners that we know of, they do appoint a coach. They do understand the need for a coach. I mean, basically the coach is someone who will question you, who will ask you questions, who will compel you to think, who will make you introspect and retrospect, someone who will compel you to do things that you never did before. And so most business owners understand this. It's not that they don't, but it's like having a single medicine for all your ailments. It won't work. Business coaching needs multiple doses of multiple medicines. It needs different people having functional expertise. It needs different people to ensure that the same plans that you have is executed. The Liberation Coaches Empowerment Coaching model ensures that the dependency on a single coach is drastically reduced. So we basically have the empowerment coach, who is the key person in a coaching project. We have the functional coach, who are subject matter experts and who can guide you on the functions that you need coaching in. And finally, we have the execution coach, who will ensure that all the ideas that you have, all the ideation and the brainstorming that happens between you and your coach is executed at multiple levels. So instead of depending on a single coach, you have an entire organization of coaches completely committed to your success. And that is a model which no one in the entire country actually has today. So when you work with Liberation Coaches, you're not working with one person, we're working with an entire organization that is committed to your success. So all in all, the Liberation Coaches Empowerment Coaching model is complete in every respect. It ensures that the business owner goes away feeling extremely energized, extremely enabled, extremely empowered. It gives him solutions to his business, it upgrades his knowledge, it brings about great attitude within him, it improves his habits and unleashes his creativity. It's a complete model that will ensure that each of you go away a dramatic success. So welcome to the Liberation Coaches Empowerment Coaching Project, and I'm sure each of you will gain tremendous benefit from it and take quantum leaps of success.